What's going on, everybody? You're back in the building with the all-knowing, all-loving, all-feeling, all-seeing, all-powerful, just damn all everything sexy as hell host. This channel is me, and we are trading. And I've only got 3 stocks loaded up today that met my criteria. And so one of these 3 is going to work for us. If this is your first time finding me, of course, subscribe. If you came here from the politics channel I do, you get in a firsthand look at a year 2 trader, day trader, and what works, what doesn't. And so the 3 stocks I found today was Micron, Apple, Google. And in a minute, we'll go in and we'll check relative volumes to make sure that we've got the right instruments. But it looks like Google is going to be moving in the right direction. And today, again, no trades for me until after 9:45. So the first few minutes, folks, is just going to be all about collecting data. That's all it is. The first few minutes is about collecting data. And I'm probably going to start doing my lives at around, maybe I'll start them at 9:40 instead of 9:30, because I don't want you guys just sitting here watching me while I do nothing but go through and watch data. But that'll also help me stay on my P's and Q's. So the VIX earlier, folks, was in good position for us. The fear volatility scale, it was in great position. It has fallen off the damn map, folks. It is almost about to be positive. You know, we don't want that if you're a long trader of tech, but now it's flipped back to -1. Ultimately, I go full share size when it's -3.5 or lower. That's when you can take some good confidence in the market. And, you know, I've had to go back to my mindset, people, of if my A plus stuff doesn't look like I'm gonna get a trade, then I just won't trade, because I've taken a whole lot of losses rushing my system. There was a point where I had 70 straight days of wins. And during that period, as I went back and looked at my notes, one thing I hardly ever did, I didn't take any trade before 9:45. Honestly, I didn't take any trade before 9:50 in that streak. And for some reason here lately, the more I try to adapt my system and add data, the more I be trying to get in on this early morning volatility, because I feel like I won't be able to get a trade the way I try to keep my system tight. But at the end of the day, folks, my accuracy rate was about close to 70% back then. Since then, I know I've got to probably be, if not 50%, maybe even under, but my P&L is not reflecting the kind of profit I need if I'm going to be someone who doesn't have good accuracy. And so I'm forcing myself to get back into good habits and just say, I might not take a trade today, not with this system. Eventually, I'll start expanding my wings, trying to learn the nuances of maybe going back to small caps, perhaps, maybe even shorting. But for now, I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna abandon what I've been doing that has shown some good work. I'm gonna stick with it, and we'll just see where it goes. So we're watching Google, and it's a little frustrating to see this thing run, and I'm not in it. And of course, now it's too extended. Can't get in now. Just forget it. And so maybe what's going to happen is it's giving us a good opening range. That's what it's doing. And we can come back and check it out later. And in about I'm gonna say maybe I'll go back to checking relative volumes at 9:40, 9:50. Maybe that'll help calm down the urge to want to jump into a trade so quickly. And so I'm going back to some of the basics with some of the new skills I've learned. And let's see if that can really help fine tune what I've been doing wrong. I can also take this time to put some other names on the chart that didn't make my initial scan, and just see how it's doing. Oh, that chart is ugly, folks. We can't. What are we supposed to do with that? There's not a lot we can do with that. Pre-market is up there somewhere. Yeah, we can't do anything with that one. So we go back in here. Amazon. Let's see what you're doing. Okay. Dell definitely not going to do nothing. Google is holding. Let's see here. We got Apple on the list. Apple's not going to make the cut at all. INTC, definitely not. You're not. Okay. Well, folks, we've got plenty of data. Micron is the leader of the two we have, but it's selling. Maybe it'll come back. And then when you get in here, you look at where is it? Google. Google is doing fine too. So I'll get ready to mark these off in just a second. And then these are the only three we can look at, folks. We found the strongest stocks. Now it's just a matter of, will anything give us a trade? That's it. Will anything give us a trade? That's got 2 pivots of resistance it's got to beat. This one, I don't think we're going to get anything out of Micron. And Apple, only way we're going to get a trade on this, folks, is if we play the 9 EMA game, because it's about to break previous day high. And after that, I mean, it can probably run for a little bit, but we'll see. 940 is going to be my official relative volume check. And from there, we will start aligning everything properly. Man. Google. Mm-mm-mm. All right, this is one of the hardest things to do in trading, ladies and gentlemen. Just have patience. This is hard. Not gonna lie, it's hard. It is very hard to do this part, but this is what separates the best professionals from those that are intermediate or below. You got to have some patience, and you got to be willing to get up some days, folks, and know that you're not going to take a trade. You got to come in with that mindset. If it doesn't give you the setup for whatever system you've designed and have been using that actually works best for you, you've just got to be comfortable not taking the trade. And I was at that point, and then I don't know what happened. I just fell all apart. All right, so let's get these relative volumes. So Google has a 2.15 relative volume. Made my list. Let's see here. Apple is on my list. Apple is off the list, folks. Goodbye, Apple. Can't do nothing with that. And so the only thing else left is Micron with a 3.5. It's number 1 plus it gets the extra 2. So Micron would be an 8 on the scale, while Google in total would be a 5 on my ranking scale today. There you have it, folks. That is it. Maybe I should have thought about looking at no, you're dropping, you're dropping. Can't do nothing with you. No. Amazon, I'll pull up Amazon. Let's just see what Amazon is doing. AMZN. Amazon is getting extended too, folks. That was previous day. And pre-market was yeah, Amazon. We'll keep a chart open with Amazon. I don't know if we're going to get a trade on it or not, but it's got the juice. And we'll come back in about 10 minutes to see what else still has juice. So we'll work with these three. We'll keep our eyes out on these three. Micron, folks, I think we can just go ahead. It's trending down. We're not going to be able to do nothing with that. It comes down to Google and Amazon, and both of these are running away like Moby Dick chasing, like Captain Ahab chasing Moby Dick. They're running away. This stock has hit resistance at previous day high. Amazon has broken previous day high and it's broken pre-market. So this would probably make a pretty good trade if it can get some kind of consistency. We can't take it right now, folks. RSI is too hot. We can't touch it. Can't touch it. Now Google is selling off. But if you look over here at the NQ minis, it is in a sell-off position along with SPY. So this could be the setup we want if it can maintain good relative volume over the next 7 minutes. So we've got our two stocks selected. They both have, I think, enough relative volume to get us to 950. It's just that, it looks like Amazon is going to be the runaway winner today, and we might not get a trade on it, which is cool. That's better than risking money. It's better than risking money. I think we need to sit right here and wait on Google. We're going to get a trade on Google. Google currently has a 2.15 relative volume. I don't see that going backwards too badly. It's made an opening range of 352. And as long as we can get a couple of consecutive CVD candles going back the other way, that's probably going to be our trade. We just ain't gonna be able to get nothing on this, folks. I mean, just gotta play it for what it is. It's too hot. It's looking good, I'll tell you that, but right now it's just too hot. So we'll be patient. We'll keep an eye on both of these and see what they do. We're just watching. We're observing. Of course, the one that I hope turns around the most would be Google because it's going to be the safest one to trade. So I've got my buttons prepared for if Google can make the comeback. Go check relative volumes again. Google is still holding strength right now at 1.82, which is good. And we'll go check Amazon because Amazon might be done. Amazon 1.7. Okay, there you have it. Oh, it's going to be Google, folks. It's definitely going to be Google. Patience wins. Patience wins. So we'll sit here, we'll be patient, and we'll wait. Hardest thing to do is be patient and wait. Amazon's just running away. We never had an opportunity to get into that one. We'll check relative volumes one more time at 950 just to make sure we haven't lost too much fuel that we need to keep pushing the stop back up to higher day. And let me see, what is the spread on Google? Excellent spread, folks. Like, this thing is like 10 cents. So as long as we can get CVD stair stepping back up, folks, we'll take an entry the minute it gives us all the signals we need, which I think it will. This is obviously the one today. And then we'll get in, we'll get out, no doubt. Let's take a look at what the VIX is doing. VIX is just mediocre, still scalpers mentality. I don't know, folks. Google is not it's not coming through, but we've got some time. No rush. No rush. Oh boy, that's not good, folks. It's not a pretty candle we're looking at. This thing is running backwards. So sometimes people, this is what kind of forces me to want to jump in early. This type of behavior. Like, it's like you feel like you're going to miss everything if you don't take action quickly. And that's why sometimes I get caught up in jumping in too early because, sometimes it seems like you're not going to be able to practice your skills. You're not going to get in. But practicing your skills, folks, also means patience. That's part of the skills practice. And my rules don't let me fool around with stupid stuff. I could trade J&J. No, Walmart wouldn't work. No. Let me pull up SPY. Good old trusted, reliable SPY. In between days, I like to trade SPY. Let's see what SPY is doing. SPY is selling too, folks. Put a line right here. We're going to call this pre-market high. That's what we're going to call it. In case SPY turns around. Which it could. It could. Right now, SPY moves into the number 2 position. All right, let's check that relative volume again. Still 217. Google 170 and Amazon. Amazon would be the one that's coming off the list next, folks. So looks like we might be able to get some action on Google. We definitely could get some action on SPY. It's hard to get in right now. I'm not gonna lie. I want to. Don't get me wrong, folks, because I try to stay as close to VWAP as possible. But in doing that, when you see this kind of big action candle, it can also be a big setup. So you do need to wait for the next 5-minute candle in my situation to ensure that it continues. That's what you need to do. And I can't take that big action, not right now. But I'll get myself ready in case the next candle gives me what I need, which it probably will. I'll get myself ready, and I am ready. I got my stuff loaded up. RSI is not too crazy, not yet. We're approaching pre-market high, and what was previous? This was previous day right here. So let me bring this down. That was previous day. We're getting ready to be positive CVD in a minute. So looks like SPY is going to wind up being our secret trade because Google's still struggling. Amazon, we can just take off. Nothing's happening with that. Yeah, folks, this right here is what hurts me. You get this huge candle just pushing on up. And you really want to be involved in that action. But sometimes, folks, these things will go bad. Sometimes you could jump into these, you could make some quick money, but you also got to be careful. If you want confirmation, you wait for the next candle. And, with this one, honestly, doing that would be the best move because it just broke pre-market. It just broke it. You don't know how it's going to behave around it. It just passed positive CVD. So all that is a good sign that this thing could continue to, what's the next? It's at 737. You might could get a whole dollar out of this thing. ATR is 93. And look at this. Even Google is now trying to come back. So we found our two stocks, folks. Now it's just which one is going to give us the best setup for a trade. Right now, it's SPY. Even though it's getting, folks, that thing is a little extended. It's not too badly extended. Not too bad, but VWAP has reclaimed. 9 EMA has reclaimed VWAP in a good position. So I'm gonna just wait the next 2 minutes, folks. RSI is okay, so no problem there. We're just gonna be patient, and we're gonna watch these two. And right now, the best position for us is SPY. Could be Google, just not yet. Just not yet. Just not yet. So what was scaring me with this one was the RSI. RSI was moving a little too fast for me. If it gets to 70, that's a no-no for my system. But, the minute this thing on the next green candle can hit 30% within 2 minutes, my buy button is hit. SPY is loaded up. I'm ready. We got about 20 more seconds for the next 5-minute window. Let me double check relative volume again. Make sure it didn't just fall off the map. Nope, we still good. So we'll sit right here. We'll wait on it. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. See what we get. Just waiting for volume to confirm. So you see, folks, that's why I say you got to be careful. Look at that. Look at that. I would have been, if I wouldn't have scalped out pretty fast, I wouldn't have made no money on this thing. Because she's struggling right there around pre-market. Pre-market high. Struggling. It goes back. It does touches the 9 EMA. Okay. Volume is great, but the problem is it's going backwards. Volume is great. And I don't get in on a stock until CVD is green. When CVD turns green is when I push the buy button. And it looks like VWAP is going to hold up. Looks like. Not 100% sure. Let's go take a look at Google. Volume is coming in nicely on Google. So we might can get a trade on Google, folks. We just got to keep an eye on it. Can't do it now. So my volume number has hit, but the candle and CVD both are red, which is that's not a trade for me yet. We gotta let this play out for a minute. This is the lesson, the hard lesson I've been learning all week, folks. I jump in on the first big volume candle, thinking things is going to pop off, and then look at what happens. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I would have had my pole feelings hurt, toe all the way up. So that's why I say if you want better accuracy, you need to wait for the second candle. Unless you get in at like the sweet spot on the first volume candle and you scalp quick. But short of that, man, you got to be careful. So here we go, folks. We're back to Google. Because I think the next Google is probably going to be the one that's going to give us what we need because SPY has sputtered. SPY has sputtered. Google looks like it's about to give me VWAP compression, 9 reclaim. And when it does that, once the 9 reclaims VWAP, that's when we start looking for a trade, folks. So this next candle coming up, if it can maintain the kind of volume we need, we can probably get in this thing and ride it all the way back up to possibly that 52 area. So we still haven't reclaimed VWAP yet. VWAP is 349.51. 9 EMA is 349.41. Wait for it to reclaim VWAP, folks, and that's when we'll take a trade. Reclaim VWAP. 9 EMA, reclaim VWAP. Almost there. Not quite. All right, next candle is where we're gonna do our dance, folks. Next candle, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Just waiting on volume. I need to see the volume hold. 9 EMA has reclaimed. I'm up in there like swimwear, baby. My stop is going to be 349.69. So let's make that red. And go ahead and get my stop ready. 3 49 dot 47. All right, got my stop ready. I'm in at 350, 55. So 350, we'll say that's my entry. And let's get my screen shares together. I'm in for 100 shares. All right, we all set, folks. Let's get ready to make some money. Volume is slow, folks. I got a little in front of myself on volume today. So it's getting there, but not fast enough. Not the way I like to see it. Okay, well, no, that's the old candle. So 2 minutes has passed and volume is just getting to 30. I mean, just. So that's more of a 50-50 situation, folks. And we don't want 50-50. We need greater than 50-50. So now, hands is off the button until it moves up. We're in the resistance area too, folks. So we're in a resistance area. CVD is stair-stepping up. I mean, there's nothing else we can do about this. Sometimes the market rewards you, sometimes it doesn't. I've got my compression reclaim. This is my A+ setup. It doesn't get better than this. CVD is positive. We're stair-stepping up. We've got somewhere else to go. We've got a $1.26 ATR. It doesn't get better than this, people. This is classic A+ setup, high relative volume. This one has everything I need. And even with all that, folks, sometimes you still, even with all that, the market will still flush you on out. It happens. You just got to be comfortable with not moving your stop and walking away. And keeping the stop tight too. See, there I know, boy, buy SPY, buy. So hopefully all the patience I used today, everything lined up. Hopefully, you'll get rewarded. Most of the time, folks, you will get rewarded. Most of the time you will. You'll get big rewards. It's just that with this name, there's resistance in this area. A lot of resistance in this area. So this thing can get to about 351, I'm going to scalp. I'm going to get on out. See, I'm in at 350.55. If it can get to 351.35, I'm getting out. If not, we'll live to fight another day, folks, because my stop is pretty tight. We're not out yet, folks. We're not out yet. CVD is still green. That's the saving grace for us right now. CVD is still green and is making headway. Not only is it green, but it's moving up. So this is always a good sign. Even when price is red, but CVD is green, that's a good sign that stocks are accumulating, about to make the next push back to high of day. And now we've got the next stair step up on CVD. Oh boy, but now here it's turning red. Here we go. I normally like instant resolution. This is too much of a fight for me. And with all this fighting, that's why I'm becoming a scalper, folks. because I don't like to just sitting there waiting. Give me a little push so I can go ahead and collect something and call it a day. There's it's pushing. It's pushing. It's pushing. I just needed to go ahead and break on out. Push and break, baby. Push and break. Oh, VIX is getting better, folks. So, we could, if we wanted to just kind of sit on our laurels, we could sit here a little bit. VIX is getting better. Catches the NASDAQ mini futures is negative CVD. Don't like that. And the 9 EMA on the NASDAQ mini futures is below VWAP. So price is not even at VWAP on that one. So either way you look at it, folks, this is going to be a scalp if we can just get this thing to stabilize and keep on going up. We're scalping out of here, folks. We're just trying to get $1 per share. Now, there we go. Here we go. There you go, girly. We knew you had it in you. There you go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Keep pushing. I see all that resistance right there, but keep on pushing. Keep pushing. That volume, folks, is slowing down a little too fast for me. I'm a hold. My stop is in place. So at some point in time, this thing should go ahead and run for us. But it's struggling right now. She's struggling. And like I said, look, if you look at this area, there's a lot of pushback on price in this area. A lot. And I'm too chicken to take trades below VWAP, honestly. I don't like doing that. The best trade would have been this candle right here. That would have been the best trade. It's not the safest because price is below VWAP. CBD was positive, so that was a good signal. But overall, folks, at the end of the day, it should pop if you've got all that combination. Once it gets back to VWAP, it still should pop anyway. And so I told you I don't like when these stocks like get those topping tails over and over. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and next pop I can get up there. As long as the CVD doesn't start going backwards, I'm gonna get on out. I'm gonna hold it for that point. But if I catch CVD, okay, CVD is green, so we can relax for a minute. This could just be a big, big accumulation, and you guys might see this thing run up from 350 to 352 in like a candle. You just might. You just might. All right. Take that push on up, folks. Take that push on up. Stop pushing down. Push on up. Good news is it's holding the 9 EMA. That's good news. But now even the 9 EMA is flattening out, folks. Oh my goodness. It didn't quite stomp me out, but it's close. The 9 EMA, folks, has started to decline. CVD is red and the volume is increasing. Stomp me out. I'm done for the day, folks. Man, I tell you what, I haven't been able to catch a break. So today is more frustrating because I did everything right and the stock still didn't do anything. So today's you're looking at a 100 and let's just say $17 loss. But at the end of the day, folks, you take lumps in the beginning, and I'm willing to show you guys these lumps as I'm still each and every day learning how to manipulate, fix, improve my system. Let's see what is the relative volume. Oh my God, relative volume just collapsed. So yeah, it wasn't much we could do about that. End of the day, maybe I should have had took this candle. No, seeing that big bottom tail, maybe I should have took that candle. Maybe. We'll see. I'm still fine tuning everything, pulling it together. And as long as you can stay in the game, folks, you're not losing too much. The longer you stay in the game, the better you'll become. And so that's where we're at for today. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Let me know how your trading went today. Till that next Sex is Hell video. Your boy is out.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.